All right, guys, so in this lesson, we're going to be breaking down how to use a Kubotan. Now, your greatest weapon is always you. Everything else is an extension of it. If I'm here and I'm boxing, boom, and I'm doing this, all the tactical, all the Kubotan is just an extension of what I can do. It's not because you got a Kubotan that you could put all your self-defense and survival on this one weapon, because you're going to use it the way you fight. So the first thing is, right, is in order to use a Kubotan, you need to pull it out prior, right? If it's in my pocket and I'm already here, I'm not going to be like doing this. I'm vulnerable to get hit. So I have to know shit's going to hit the fan. I'm being followed. Maybe there's some distance. Maybe I saw him from far. Maybe he's walking towards me. Maybe he said something. That's when I'm going to pull it out. When I'm going to pull it out, I have to conceal it. I'm not going to do this, right? I'm going to bring it in my hand and I'm going to keep it as much as possible concealed, right? From there, there's a few things I want to do is bring up my hands. My favorite way to conceal the Kubotan is this way. Underneath my arms, here, right? You grab a tight grip, right? If there's the keys here, you can use it to flail. If not, I'm going to use my thumb to give me a better grip. I'm going to conceal it underneath my arm because I want to make sure that my arms are up to protect myself. If he goes for anything, if he goes to throw something, my hands are up. Or at any point, I decide to go preemptive. The hand comes up, boom, I go into the throat, I go into the eye. Now again, the amount of force I use must parallel the threat, the amount of threat or danger I'm in. If I think he has a knife, if I can't see his hands and he's back here, you better believe I'm going to strike into the face. Especially if I try to diffuse, maybe I move back, maybe I send some kind of warning, maybe I really don't want to fight, I'll bring my hands up like so, but I'm keeping this underneath, I'm covering it. Right? I'm trying to keep some distance. If he's here, I might be like, what's up, man? What's the problem? My hands are going to be here, I'm talking, I don't want to let him get close. At some point, I can either strike right there, or if I do this and I pull it out, now I know I got to use it. Now I also can show him my weapon, which means he might pull out his weapon too. The idea of all of this is you want to use it in terms of an element of surprise to attack. If we've broken the distance, now I'm using it here, which means if I had the keys, I can whip with the keys, or boom, I'm using it to strike, to punch here, and at the same time to strike. Again, if he's with his hand there, I'm going to start striking the closest weapon to closest target. I'm going to try to strike into the hand. But again, don't forget about your other weapons. What happens a lot of times when people carry weapons, all their focus goes on this. His focus right now, if I'm doing this, is here. Boom, I'm kicking low. Why? Because I know he's looking here. So I'm going to punch, I'm going to strike, I'm going to use my legs. Now, if I use it in close quarter, if we're here and we're clinched, this is where I start using it as pressure. Now look at this. Just this. Yeah. It hurts. I'm going here because of the point, and I'm using my whole body. Now what happens is, boom, the bicep, boom, the headbutt, the knee. I could use it as well to hook, to pressure, and as well to create a flinch response to strike with something else. So you want to use it from a passive stance in a close range. In middle range, you're basically boxing with it, right? Or I'm here, where I'm like, boom, striking, I'm keeping him back. Or if I get into the clinch, I start using it in close quarter pressure. Now, again, close quarter, whatever I'm using, there's a lot of, it hurts, guys. He feels it, right? And when I'm using pressure, I'm not just using my arm. Now, I'm not doing it hard, but I'm using my whole body. If I'm dropping with my whole body. If I'm hooking with my whole body, right? So I want to use, again, I want to be able to transition all three ranges and understand. So if you want to train this, you could kind of like shadow box it, here, boom, use everything. You could practice it from here, practice that initial first strike, or in close, you're using pressure points with it, right? Great way to train this is on the Bob dummy or put some points somewhere. Find like something that you could just train to hit to work that tool and target development. Don't just carry a weapon and think that you'll be able to use it. Under a high stress situation, you have to train this. You have to be prepared for it. Don't think, oh, I did it once, I did it twice, and I'll be able to do it. No, you have to repeatedly do these over and over. Okay? So we're breaking down all the 3 ranges. Again, the objective for you guys is to keep it as simple as possible. Don't get emotionally attached to the weapon. Learn how to transition from range to range. And if you lose the weapon, right? If in the middle of the attack you lose the weapon, you keep fighting. Don't get so attached to that weapon, because I've seen it in training where people would lose the weapon and go get it or look at it, and that split second they would get hit. Every weapon is an extension of your hand. Now, we have a great Bob Dummy course, guys, where we're breaking down all 3 different levels, and it's all Bob Dummy 10-minute workouts, 12 workouts, and just breaking down everything from hand to improvised weapons to tactical weapons. I'll put that link in the description or the comment box. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure to subscribe, to hit the bell. We'll see you guys next week.